Please make way, Earthling. We're bringing the rest of our solar system into our planetary neighborhood. Water is an essential component of life. Earth is also the only planet in our solar system having liquid water on its surface. Because our planet is in our sun's habitable zone, often known as the Goldilocks zone, this is the case. And the circumstances are ideal here. If they got any closer, the water would boil away. It would freeze if we went any farther. The size of this region is determined by the temperature of the star. 4,000 exoplanets have been identified inside habitable zones, according to scientists. Only 24 of these may be capable of sustaining life. This zone is located between 0.9 and 1.20 from the Sun in our solar system. Could we begin alien life if we parked all the other planets within this 4 to 5 million km, 30 million mi strip of land? Hey, I'm not sure about alien life, but this year my life might use subtle modifications. As you'll see, altering your life is one thing. Creating a life from scratch may be far more difficult. You'd have to be inventive with 8 planets to get within the Goldilocks zone. Isn't disrupting the circumstances for life on Earth the last thing you'd want to do? To begin, you'll need to maneuver Mercury to the very edge of the habitable zone. Mercury would be more than twice as far away from the Sun as it is presently, at roughly 0.90. Except for a delicious cooling after billions of years of blazing heat, not much would change on this rocky world. At 0.720, Venus is already pretty near to the habitable zone. Venus was virtually placed in a habitable zone when our Sun was a young star and dimmer. It could even have had its own small ocean, allowing it to live. The Goldilocks zone was pushed further back as the Sun became hotter. The oceans boiled away as temperatures rose. Venus might be livable again by transferring it to a cooler location away from the Sun. It is now time to make some calculations. You still have 5 planets to fit in. It could be a good idea to make sure that all of the planets are at the same distance from one another. You may put each planet 6.5 million km, 4 million ml, apart using our tight Goldilocks zone. That's nearly 30 times the distance between Earth and Moon. This experiment would be a bit less hectic if we moved away from our current position. However, things would warm up about 0.970. The climate catastrophe has received some terrible news. You'd ignore that for the time being and head to Mars. You'd be curious to discover if life might exist in this chilly, stony world. Unfortunately, it would still remain desolate. Life needs more than just liquid water to flourish. There is no magnetic field on Mars. As a result, solar radiation would eliminate any prospect of it having an atmosphere. It would still need to be terraformed. There isn't likely to be any life on the remaining gaseous planets either. The atmospheres of Jupiter and Saturn contain much too high pressures and temperatures for molecules like DNA to be stable. However, you could certainly take a frigid plunge on Europa, one of Jupiter's moons. Its thick ice coating would melt due to its new closeness to the Sun. You'd be surprised to learn that Neptune, the final planet in our solar system, is now closer to us than Mars. That suggests that planet hopping would be a feasible adventure in our new solar system. Even with today's technology, it would take 90 days to travel between the planets. There are also a variety of materials that may be extracted from distant worlds. Jupiter and Saturn might provide hydrogen fuel to aid in our transition to a low-carbon future. Asteroids might be mined for cobalt. This is crucial for the development of renewable energy systems. However, this new solar system would be, to put it mildly, unstable. Especially so close to us is Jupiter, a large planet. It has double the mass of all of the other planets in our solar system put together. According to scientific sources, a star identical to our Sun may have 6 planets the size of Earth inside its habitable zone. The gravitational stability of Jupiter would be completely out of whack. All of these imbalances might cause planets or moons to be expelled from orbit or totally reshuffled. Perhaps you'd wind up with a jumbled new planetary order.